Hey guys, welcome back to the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Man, we're almost at the end of the line right here. Almost into the next year. How time flies. It's amazing, right? You look up and either you did something productive with the last, I don't know, 9 months, 9, 10 months of the year, or you look up and say, man, what did I do? What did I accomplish? Right? It's a good thing if you can look up and say, man, I accomplished this. I'm not where I was, and that's a good feeling. But that's where we want to be. Anyway, guys, I know not a lot of people are tuned in just yet, but you know me, I like to dive in, right? I like to dive in. You can catch me on the replay. But I titled this live Jack of all trades, right? And I'm sure you guys have heard that term before, Jack of all trades. And maybe a lot of images come into your mind when it comes to whatever that means, right? To me, when I think of Jack of all trades, I think of somebody that knows how to do a lot of things, which can be very beneficial, right? Especially if you're the head of a household or something like that, or even in certain business environments. It doesn't necessarily have to do with tools or workshops or anything. It can be in a formal business environment where somebody just knows a lot, right? They're the go-to person when it comes to getting things done. They got a lot of knowledge and all of that. But there's that negative side to that statement that says what will make someone think that, oh, they don't specialize in anything. And, they know a little bit of this, they know a little bit of that. But when it comes down to the brass tacks of getting into the weeds of a particular problem or subject, they're not the ones. So that's the bad reputation that phrase has. But that's not all there is to that phrase. I think it goes a jack of all trades and master of one is oftentimes better than a master of none. Now let me go back and see if I can find. I should have got it right before I even came on here and started talking about that. Yeah, here it goes. A jack of all trades, but a master of none, though oftentimes better than a master of one. Yeah, so you don't have to take either side, right? I think being a jack of all trades is a good thing, but I also think it's very important that you specialize in something else as well. That's your, you can dive deep into a particular aspect of something, a particular skill set that makes you stand out. Like nobody can touch you in this particular skill set right here. But you do have, some general knowledge, even maybe, you're very skilled at a lot of other things. But, when it comes to this one thing, this for sure, right? So I don't think there's you don't have to pick sides there. I know in the professional world, specialization is the thing, right? Like you don't, matter of fact, that's what's respected in the professional world, as being a specialist at a particular thing. And I get that. When you talk about organizational structure, you want people who are not scattered all over the place. You want, when it comes to the layers of an organization, you want someone who knows how to do this thing. They stay in their lane, right? And that's totally understandable. But let's just say in the world of home improvement and DIY, even the trades, diversifying your skill set is very, very important, not just in this field, but in many other fields, because it opens up a lot of opportunities to you if you didn't have other skills. That's why you may hear the term leveling up, right? You got to level up your skills, right? Because that opens up more opportunity to you. If you're looking for work, the more skills you have, the more opportunity you have of getting, of surviving in the workforce, right? Because it's, some fierce competition out there, and you got to be able to, compete, right? So just being a specialist alone can actually hurt you in some cases, right? Now, once you get your foot in the door, right? Once you get your foot in the door, specialization can really help you, right? It can really elevate you. So like I said before, it's not a pick sides type of thing. I think diversifying your skill sets is very important. And also being a specialist at something is very important as well. And you just got to decide what that is for you, right? You got to decide what that is for you and go for it, right? So like I said, diversification. Okay, let's talk about some of the benefits of that. Higher earning potential, right? If you have a variety of skills, you're probably going to be looked at, or called upon for different projects that someone who's not as diversified as you in skill sets may not have, right? They may not have those opportunities. They're going to come looking for you, right? I was working a few places that I've worked at in my life. Because I diversified my skills, I was called to, at least I had a seat at the table, so to speak, when it came to working on different things, right? And that's a good feeling when you can kind of jump around. There's a certain freedom to that, right? Let's just say you want to build a house, or you want to do some home improvement projects in your house, and you're the type of person that you got to call somebody who knows what they're doing all the time. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong. Sometimes you got to call specialists in. Like if you're messing with electrical, certain types of plumbing, you want to call the pros in, right? But having a basic understanding of how the systems in your home work, is going to give you more freedom, right? And then you're going to keep more money in your pocket. You know what I mean? And that's the benefits of being diversified, being a jack of all trades, so to speak. And but you don't want to let it get to your head thinking you know everything, right? Because then that could end up being a disaster as well, right? You could end up destroying a lot of things. So that's what else about being a jack of all trades? If you're working for somebody, then job security. Like I said, that's a lot of people worry about that because most people are not entrepreneurs. Even if you are an entrepreneur, having a diversified skill set could actually help you in business as well. Let's just say you're a tile guy, right? You're a tile guy, but you know how to do drywall, or you know how to do roofing, or you know how to do plumbing and stuff like that. Then you're more marketable. Think about it. You're driving down the street and you see a van of a guy that's, I don't know, a handyman. And on his van, he has all these things he can do, right? On the van, I do this, I do drywall, I do landscaping, I do cement work. I know all this stuff. That's kind of like a jack of all trades. That's what a handyman. That's pretty much the term of what it means, right? Even though they may be specialists in certain environments, right? Especially when work is scarce, you want to become more marketable. You don't want to just be known for one thing because people, they don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna call somebody else. So being able to advertise yourself, market yourself as someone who can do all these things is a good trait. And you don't have to know how to do all those things either. You can hire others, right? You can subcontract the specialists, and that's what a lot of people do, right? A lot of these guys out here, these general contractors, they're just subcontracting people, specialists that can come in and do the work for them, right? They're just the ones out there doing business development, getting the business, and they got people coming in to do the work for them, which is a smart way, right? That's what an owner does, right? Even though they may have the skills themselves, they're still calling the specialist to get the job done. So so more opportunities open up for you if you're considered a jack of all trades, or someone like that, just because you diversified your skills. And I recommend that's what you do, right? And it doesn't matter what field you're in. Have that mentality of, yes, I am a specialist in this one thing, but don't be so close-minded that you can't diversify, or at least dip your toe into something else. And I think it's just, even as a specialist, right, in whatever it is, it could be computer science, it can be whatever, being a carpenter, you're still going to be curious, right? Doesn't mean you have to abandon your specialty, but you still it's human nature to expand and grow. It's human nature to expand and grow and learn new things, right? That's the whole point, right? It doesn't mean you have to abandon your bread and butter, which you specialize in, but you may end up doing that. A lot of people, they break out of their shell, whatever specialization they're known for, because they want to try something new. They want to expand, they want to expand their horizons. I think that's human nature. Me, myself, I'm more of a I guess both, right? But based on what you see on the channel, I can be considered a generalist because I talk about a lot of different things under one umbrella, which is the tools, home improvement, DIY, and all that stuff. So many things to talk about in that world. So you can call me a kind of jack of all trades. That's because you know, since this is more of an educational platform for me, I want people to learn different things, right? Different things, and that's how I approach this channel. So it's not just a channel about welding, just a pure welding channel. Even though if I did that, it can be, or trucking or some stuff I kind of know already. Um, um, I didn't want it to be that kind of channel. I want people to get a taste of different things. The average homeowner, what do they need to be concerned about? How can I help them become more confident when it comes to approaching those DIY projects that they're so curious and so excited to do, but they have a fear of messing up, or they just don't have the confidence or whatever. And so whatever skills they can gain from watching me, that's great. And it's a lot of different things. Okay. So I'm not trying to, I'm kind of casting a wide net based on the subject matter underneath this, the umbrella of tools, home improvement, and all that good stuff. So yeah, there are good, there's a good side and a bad side to everything, right? Diversification, jack of all trades. It's not better than specialization. Specialization is not better being diversified in skill sets. They all have their place, and you just got to know what place you're going to be in, right? Where do you want to be in the grand scheme of things, and whether you want to be a specialist at something or I say be both, man. I say specialize, right? Maybe focus more on one thing, get to know that thing a little more than everything else, but do not just be a specialist. Have a general knowledge of everything else, right? Let's just say you're running a business or something like that. You may be good at what you do or the service you provide, but you still should have a general knowledge of what it takes to keep the business afloat, the accounting, right? The marketing, the this and the that, right? And you may hire those things, outsource those things out. But one of the worst things you can do as a business owner is to not know what's going on with your accountant or know your numbers, right? Because, man, I've seen it. I've seen people, let someone handle their numbers, and that person was stealing from them the whole time, and they just found out too late. So you should at least be able to keep, stay on top of those things. You don't have to dive into the weeds of it. Yes, you do need a tax person or somebody who actually knows that stuff, because your skills are focused on running things and bringing in new business or whatever you're doing. But it doesn't mean you should totally ignore every aspect of your business. That will be a disaster, guys. I'm streaming on a couple of different platforms right now, so if you see me looking here and there, I'm just checking it out. So yeah, thought it was an interesting topic to touch on tonight, guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, support this channel. I got some things I'm working on to bring you guys in the very, very near future. I mentioned to the community, to the Calibrate Tribe community, guys. Don't forget to join the tribe. All you got to do is go to join.calibrate.com, join the newsletter, and we'll keep you updated on what's upcoming. We got some great offers as well, okay, at calibrate.com right there. Holidays are coming up. We got some sales going on, got some discounts. Get the special one in your life. A Calibrate Ultimate Utility Bag. Put a lot into that. Just putting that together for you. It's a very unique bag. Even has this in it. Okay, what tool bag out there has that in it? This is a picture hanging tool. A great gift, great Christmas gift. You can buy everything individually as well on the site. Go check it out. But check out the newsletter as well. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. Join.calibrate.com. Yeah, because guys, the whole goal right here is to hold on a second here. There you go. It's to create a community. I want to create a community of like-minded individuals that are creative people. You can even call yourself artists, people that love to use their hands. Because I really, no matter what profession you get into, you're still going to have a sector. You're going to have a sector of your community that knows how to construct, that knows how to build, right? Everybody's not going to be sitting up in a high-rise office, signing paperwork all day. No, you need people to build those high-rise offices. You need people to build the infrastructure of that community. You need people to build the roads. Okay, you need people to build the bridges. You know, you need people to do that, right? Everybody can't just, just be. Everybody can't aspire to the suit and tie life. No, and it's really designed. It's not even designed for that. Everybody doesn't even have that in them. I don't have that in myself. Right? I don't have that in myself. I prefer to be, building something, or at least teaching people on about that, because anything can happen in this crazy world. All you gotta do is turn on the news. I'm not trying to be a doomsday guy or get into politics or anything like that, but you got to, this at the end of it, at the root of what this channel is about is survival. That's what it really is. It's about survival. Okay, at its rawest form. That's what this channel is about. It's about being able to build and design, build shelter. You know what I mean? And construct communities, right? Where we can thrive. And that's one of the reasons I started this channel, is because, everybody's drifting into the tech world, the virtual world. Everybody's living in this virtual world, and they're forgetting that, hey, listen, man, you gotta, if it all comes crashing down and you can't build anything, you're out of luck. So we got to kind of stay grounded and balanced right here. We haven't ascended just yet as a human race into the virtual space where that's where we are. No, we're still living in the physical world. Things still need to be taken care of, maintained, constructed, built, and you need tools for that. And you need people that are not afraid to do that. And that's one of the reasons I started this channel, is to inspire you to be more on that vein. Okay. So especially young people out there, if you don't have to be, you don't have to be lost. There's a lot of opportunities out there for you if you like to work with your hands. Okay. If you like to work with your hands, people call it dirty jobs. Maybe you like that. Maybe I like getting my hands dirty and seeing the results of not just my hands, but it's a very intellectual pursuit as well. It's a very intellectual pursuit when you build something. There's a lot of math and science and all that stuff that goes into that. Okay. All right. So yeah. So anyway, not going to talk your head off too much longer. Just kind of want to touch on that. It's a very sad thing when someone doesn't live up to their potential in life. How many of us have met someone, say someone you consider a homeless person or something like that, and you speak to them and you're amazed at the intellect that they have, right? You're amazed at the articulation that they have in their speech. It's like you're asking yourself, man, what happened? What happened? Of course, we know that it could be anything. Anything could have happened. Life is just like that, right? Doesn't matter how smart you are or whatever. When life hits you, it hits you, right? And then it could send you in all kinds of directions. But we say to ourselves, man, what a waste, what a waste, all that talent, all that intelligence. That person could have been great, right? And, who knows, right? What can you say in those situations? Just be thankful that you're not there. Because we all, I've been through certain situations myself, where someone may have looked at me and said, man, what happened, So I'm not looking at that from the outside looking in. I'm looking at from the inside. Actually, I've been in these situations. So, but if you get your act together, I mean, it's you can do so many things. You can do so many things. Okay. So yeah, guys, there is no better. There is no better, for either side. Be a jack of all trades. Be a specialist. I say do both, right? And if somebody says you can't do both, well, it's necessary that you're able to do both in order to survive in this environment. Okay, especially in whether it's the corporate environment, whether it's the blue collar environment, being able to specialize and be a jack of all trades is the way to go, in my opinion. Okay. So anyway, guys, that's the live for the night. Nice and short. Nobody really commented on this one. But that's cool. Catch you guys on the replay. Don't forget, we got some things coming up. Okay, got some things coming up. I'm gonna have a a game show, where you will be able to win prizes. Okay. Okay. So look out for that. Okay. Look out for that. You'll be able to win prizes. I'm talking about like gift cards to like Home Depot, Lowe's, things that are more in line with the channel. Um, and I'll be doing that. And I also have a planner, a home improvement planner coming out pretty soon. Okay. And it will allow you to budget your home improvement projects, make it real easy, real simple for you, so you won't have to be intimidated by a home improvement project, no matter how small, no matter how big. You need to approach it in a organized fashion, right? Whether that's the creative side, whether that's the colors you choose, your color scheme, what you got to buy. It helps you to budget as well. All of that. Okay, so that's coming out. Look out for that. Constantly thinking of different ideas to bring to you guys on the channel as the channel grows. Okay, so guys, hit the like and subscribe. I'm kind of creeping up there as far as subscribers. And by the way, guys, subscribers, that's a vanity metric, and I appreciate every one of you that has subscribed to this channel and supported the channel. Okay, I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate every one of you on that. But at the end of the day, it's a vanity metric. And I want you guys to really explore whatever the other avenues that I have put together, that I have built for us to communicate. And one of those is right in the chat is the newsletter, where I can reach you guys that way. Okay. So join.calibrate.com. Go ahead and click. By the way, when this, I want you guys to be notified when I do come out with the game show. Okay. And anything else I come out with the planner, everything else I'm putting together for you guys. I want you guys to be the first ones to know about it. Okay. Because the algorithm doesn't tell everybody what I have going on. Like even tonight, this live or whatever video I shoot doesn't get to all 28,000 subscribers that I have right now. Okay. It doesn't get it. It's just not how it works. Well, I love it to work that way. But one way that I can not have to worry about the algorithm getting the information to you is by you going to join.calibrate.com. Okay. I'll put it in the comments. You can probably find it in the description as well on the other videos, and just sign up. I got a free checklist for you. Okay, if you sign up, okay, get a free checklist on some ways to beautify your home. All right. So go ahead and do that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Have a good one.